Welcome to the Far East. But with one little detail. It is the Far East of Italy. Apulia region. The best way to get here is by water, as first locals, famous merchants, and sailors did. Apulia, my friends, is the real Italy. Yes, you've heard me right. Forget about Milan, Venice, Sicily, Lazio, or even Campania. If you are interested in the true Italy, you should come here. And in order to travel around this blessed land, the first step is to choose the means of transportation. You've got several ways of getting around Apulia. On foot if you're not in a hurry, by taxi if you are a rich Pinocchio. Well, you can also take the tour bus, but take my advice, my friends. If you want to be the Italiano Vero and stay in style, rent a motorino. The price is 30 euros per day, and the pleasure you get is priceless. A true Italian would never spend money on things that would not bring him pleasure. And a motorino is a pure, solid joy of the local production. Now I suggest you join my ride to the country of Felicita and Dolce Vita. No wonder that this familiar idiom was coined by the Italians rather than, say, the Germans with their pathological passion for order or the French with their notorious art de vivere. What is the real Dolce Vita in all its aspects is only known to the people of Italy. Or to those who have lived here long and happy, like my old friend Jane. And there she is, by the way.
Oh, you're so Italian.
Tell me about it.
Welcome to Apulia.
Where do we start?
Well, with the most important, of course.
All right. What is the most important thing in Apulia? Well, its capital, of course. The main city of the region, ancient and colorful Bari. And what's the most important thing in Bari? Of course, a district from which this city once began, Old Bari. Or as it is known locally, Bari Vecchia. Come on, come on. Way to go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come on. Get the ball. Well done, well done. Same as usual. And once again, the Russians were beaten by the Italians. Put that thing away, for God's sake. Miles of narrow alleys, decayed palazzo, and wide squares turned into soccer fields by local kids. This is Old Bari, as ancient as Apulia itself. Fantastic and unique.
Old Bari, in fact, is a city inside of a city. In Italian, it is called Bari Vecchia. Locals consider themselves not Barians, but Old Barians. In other words, not Barisi, but Bari Vecchia. They are the guardians of the local traditions, history, and mentality. They speak their own dialect here, the Old Barian dialect, that is incomprehensible to other locals. They can come here and understand a maximum about 40% of what the Old Barians would say.
How did it happen? Bari is not a very big city, and people who live in one district speak a language incomprehensible to the residents of other districts?
Well, firstly, the inhabitants of this district have always wanted to preserve their identity because Bari was founded here a long, long time ago. And secondly, for several decades, the Old Bari was almost a no-go area. It was hardly visited. But the situation changed about a decade ago. This district has finally returned to the original condition of an Italian Kansas.
What is she doing?
She is washing the street in front of her house. Local women do this twice a day. That's why local streets often smell like detergent.
Everywhere?
Yes, everywhere.
If this city ever becomes a tourist mecca, as it happens with all European cities, I would ask to keep this laundry hanging. That's amazing how it does not spoil the look, but even adds some taste there.
Yes, it is indeed a local particularity. It has an explanation, though. Local housewives consider it shameful to use washing machines.
Really?
They wash a lot of clothes with bare hands. That's why the laundry is hanging outside all day. They even keep it when it rains, covering with special mats. There's a very little number of such districts, even in Italy. Often districts like these kind of degenerate. They just lose their authenticity because of the tourists, and everything turns into one big decoration, something artificial and created just for tourists. Here, people continue to live like they used to. Youngsters don't leave for big cities. All the locals know each other and all about each other, of course. A walk through Old Bari feels like being in an old Italian movie.
Bari is not only the second largest city of the southern Italy, but a city of churches. There's approximately 100 of chapels and more than 40 churches in Apulia. The foremost one is not the Cathedral of San Sabino, as one might think, no. The foremost Bari church is the Basilica of San Nicola, located at the center of the old Bari. In front of the basilica, you will find a monument to St. Nicholas, after whom it was consecrated. This generous gift to the locals was given by a famous architect, Zorab Seratelli. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Alexander. Welcome to Basilica San Nicola. It was built in 1087 after the relics of St. Nicholas were taken to Bari. Since you are a friend of Jane, I will show you the most secret places of the basilica. Come with me. We'll use a secret door leading to the interior of the basilica. Only me and a few of my friends have access. Don't lag behind, Alessandro. We have an elevator, but it is broken, so a little exercise for us. It has never worked since it was built in the 60s. Ever tried fixing it? It's useless. Tried praying for it? We tried everything, but as soon as this elevator is used only by a couple of people, it is not quite vital. Come on. Alessandro, we are now above the main altar of the basilica. Then there's the throne of Abbot Elias, who issued the decree to build the basilica. Once Pope Urban II seated on this throne, the one who called out for the First Crusade. Donato, I know that you live here almost since childhood, and St. Nicholas is known for his miracles. Have you experienced any wonders, Donato? Yes, many times. Once, I met a married couple. They loved each other so much, but they could not have children. One of the local monks advised them to venerate the relics of St. Nicholas and take the chrism. And as they did, soon the girl got pregnant. Oh, Donato, you're a lucky man, observing all this beauty up close. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to behold this beauty from the place where usual tourists are banned. And I guess that somewhere here exists a perfect spot which offers a divine view of Bari. Yes, right you are. Now you're going to see something very special. Come on, Alessandro, let's go. Donato, aspetta. How much left to the top? Only a little bit, a few steps. Hold on. Soon you will see something. Gotcha. Here, Alessandro, you can see the old Bari at a glance. There you can see Bari of the Arab times, and the Byzantine Bari, and the Norman part of the city, and the Spanish part. And over there is our main port. And what is this place? This is my favorite place, the roof of the Basilica of St. Nicholas. I come here often, especially in summer. You can chill, soak up the sun. I call this tan Santa Tanzatura. Donato, thank you for showing me the most holy tanning bed in the world called Saint Bronzatura. You are welcome, Alessandro. You can stay here as long as you want, but do not forget to go down to the crypt of the basilica.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Grazie
Ciao.
mille.
I've got to be careful. You can easily get a sunstroke at the Tanzatora like this. Time to come to Earth at last. How many steps are there? As know-it-all Signor Donato said, the Basilica of San Nicola consists of two parts. The upper one, the temple, and the lower one, the crypt. In the crypt lies a sarcophagus with the relics of St. Nicholas. The holy relics have been kept here since 1877. The legendary Barian merchants and sailors implemented a risky top-secret and grand operation plan. They sailed to the city of Mira, now it is a Turkish city, Demir, under the disguise of traders and stole the relics of the saint in order to save them from the Turks. Christian relics weren't in their favor, so they usually destroyed them. The monks of the Dominican order are the keepers of the crypt, but not only the Catholic masses are hosted here, but also the Orthodox ones. What is this man doing?
He is currently pounding an octopus.
Why does he do that?
To make the octopus taste milder in flavor, it tears the fibers in the tentacles and it becomes more tender. Plus, it makes it more compact because the muscles get tense, and with the twisted tentacles, it looks like a gray rosette.
Am I correct in understanding that you must pound this gray mass until you can see all 50 shades of gray? Everything that happens with this octopus reminds me of my life.
How come?
First, fate pounds you face down on the rocks, then slaps you, and then sways you.
By the way, the Barians composed the whole poem about it. The first line reads, "There is no fate sadder than the fate of a Barian octopus."
Reminds me of Shakespeare. There is no sadder story in the world than...
Well, it's not the same with everybody.
Remember what I promised in the beginning? A true Italian would never do anything without pleasure. He wouldn't waste money, nor would he make it. And especially when it comes to art, work should be fun. Well, and bring some money, of course. But a well-paid job without pleasure? No, not for the Italian. Whether he's a potter or a famous resident of Fasano, that's whom I decide to visit next on account of one little personal matter. Yes, Yasha, do not get on my nerves. I'm at the place, let me investigate. Yes, say hello to Aunt Celia. Tell her I miss her mincemeat. All right, bye. So, there are 60 million people in Italy. Every other one plays soccer. Every third one races. Every fifth designs clothing. And only 300 people in Italy, you heard that right, 300 people, one of whom is Signor Cavallo, are engaged in this thing. What? You'll see in a second. I hope he is at home. My friends, allow me to introduce Amari, Guarneri, and Stradivari of our time, Signor Cavallo. Signor, buonasera. Good evening. My friend, Yasha Kogan, and his mother, Aunt Celia, wonder if their violin is ready yet. Almost ready, do not worry. Well, there is still work to do. All right, thank you. Signor Cavallo, tell me, why does everyone hunt for your violins? Where did you study? I was born in Italy, but when I was 9 years old, my parents took me to Switzerland. There, I found my teacher, Herr Müller. He taught me the art of carving the best violins in the world. And how long have you been doing this? How many violins have you made? I've made violins for more than 40 years, and I am immensely happy to be doing it because it brings me both pleasure and money. Tell me, what part of the violin is the most difficult to carve? And in general, what makes your violins unique? The hardest thing to carve is a violin head. It is called a snail. All the violins were made by myself, by hand. This is their uniqueness. Signor Cavallo. Okay, In the days of Amati, there was no machinery, and everything was done by hand. But now, computers are much more accurate than the human eye. How can a human being compete with a computer? Competing is useless, but the violin made by hand sounds much better than the one made by a computer. And therefore, it is more expensive, an average of 4,000 euros. What is the price of the material and how much of your skill does it take per item? Material costs about 900 euros, and work on one violin takes a month of hard work. It means if the average violin is worth 4,000 euros, of which 900 is the material cost, the pure skill is estimated at 3,100 euros. This is a decent surplus value, Signor Cavallo. Oh, you know, Signor Cavallo, I do not even ask, how much do you make? I can only imagine, how much does a violin master, the man who restores antique instruments, make in Italy? Want to hear something? Wait a moment. Vivaldi, Four Seasons. Okay, I'm kidding. I do not know how to play the violin. A violin from the best Apulian master, 4,000 euros. After all, money comes and goes, and only music is eternal. This tiny Apulian town, with a population of hardly more than 30,000 people, is situated on the picturesque hills, and it makes a striking impression on any passerby. This is amazing, my friends, just amazing. Tourists from around the world travel to Ostuni because of the ancient architecture, which you could enjoy forever. Those who are not satisfied with architectural masterpieces come here for the antiques. On weekends, Ostuni hosts the most famous antique market in Apulia. There he is, my old friend Franco. It's going to be interesting. Signor Franco. Buongiorno. Ciao, Alessandro. Or maybe Alexander the Great? Of course, the Great. Signor Franco, tell our viewers, why did you start this market? It was you, wasn't it? Me and three of my friends. It happened in 1991. At first, we sold antiques separately, and then we decided to unite. We settled all the bureaucratic formalities, and off we went. And what is the market like nowadays? It has changed, became less antique. Customers have changed. Now they are not experienced collectors, but mostly wealthy cornballs. And what should you do in order to start trading here? You've got to become a member of our association which runs this market. Apply for a membership, wait for permission, and start trading. And how do things end up on the market? Where do they come from? In most cases, these are items from private homes, from Apulia and the rest of southern Italy. Many decide to change the look of a house they've inherited and get rid of the junk. Sometimes you can come across a real treasure. Look at this plow. It is probably 200 or even 300 years old. Fantastic. Look how it is forged. Beautiful work. Fantastic. They don't use them anymore. Only as an external or internal home decoration. Very original in my opinion. I guess all kinds of junk can be sold if you know how to sell it. How much does it cost? 20 euros. 20 euros. I think if you'd sell such a thing for scrap, you would get more. Italian traditional plow, 20 euros a piece. Keep out, we plow. In the end, I'd like to say, if you ever happen to visit the antique markets of Apulia, remember, Freccia Mi Dolce was mastered by everyone here. They could have won the World Championship if there was one, so do not let the local tricksters deceive you. And if you have already been deceived, do not despair. Enjoy it as the Apulians do. Because without pleasure, there's no felicita nor dolce vita. And here are a few guidelines, so write it down or memorize it. Rules of conduct at the market. Rule number 1, dress up. Note that here the locals dress better for the market than our fellow citizens for the grand premiere. Rule number 2, learn some Italian words and phrases. Note that the locals do not speak English and sometimes they even pretend not to know it. Rule number 3, if you still have not managed to learn Italian, gesticulate as hard as you can. And please note that the average Italian can say 4 complex sentences using only gestures. Rule number 4, bring a beautiful woman along. Beauty is more valuable than money, and locals understand this rule the best, so they might give a beautiful woman a good discount even if she didn't ask for it.